Hey, you guys, how are you? I am hopping on here to do a quick live before I end this evening. And so, as you guys come on in, say hi, hello, hey. So, of course, give me a second to make sure that I am live everywhere that I want to be. As you guys are coming on in, once again, say hi, hello, hey. That's one. Two, as you guys come in, definitely let me know what type of coaching you do, because, of course, I want to ensure that I am providing you with some specific feedback, especially with this specific topic because it's talking about content. So I can definitely give a couple of pointers as far as content when it comes to you guys if I know what type of coaching you do. Okay, those of you, if you are new to me, welcome to my space and my place. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who are looking to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. So I help my clients to create between $30,000 and $50,000 in 90 days. I'm also a TV and radio show host. So we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. And so, you guys, as you can see from the title here, I just want to have a quick conversation with some of you guys. I'm talking about, if you see the title, it says, if your content is not doing this, then you are literally wasting time and you're wasting money in your coaching business. And so I need you guys to ensure that when it comes to the content, so for me, when I talk about content, so I need you guys to hear my definition of content so you know specifically what I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about content, what I am referring to is anything that you're putting out there that's directed towards your ideal client. So anything that you're putting out there that's directed towards your ideal client. So it can be written, it can be video, it can be audio, it can be an email, it can be a social media post, it can be a message that you send in Messenger. It doesn't matter, just whichever way that you're speaking to your ideal client. So I put speaking in quotation marks because I don't want you to think that it's just you orally talking to your person, but it's anytime that you're putting out any content for your ideal client. I call those conversations like anytime that you're conversing with your ideal client, whether or not it's written or whether or not it's audio, video, whatever it is. And so what I need you guys to pay attention to, hey. What I need you guys, thanks so much for dropping in, Danny. What I need you guys to pay attention to when it comes to the content that you're putting out for your ideal client, you have to keep in mind, or for your ideal client. So you have to keep in mind that whether or not it's your email list, whether or not it's your social media pages, whether or not you're doing some type of speaking event or anything like that, there you guys go. Hey, I see you guys over here. You know, any one of those places that you guys are once again have the potential to be in front of your ideal client. You want to ask yourself and you want to remember that the audience, so the people that you're out there speaking to, because sometimes the thing is, you know, if you're talking to people once again through your content, email, whatever, those people that are in your audience, you have to remember that there are different types of people within your audience. And so I shared this a little bit earlier with the ladies that are in my accelerator, and then that's going to be our content that we're going to do a deep dive into tomorrow. And so you need to remember that the content that you put out should move your people through a process. Remember, people in your audiences are at the different phases in the buying process, like they're in different places. And so what you want to keep in mind is that when you put your content out, there is a particular purpose. One of those purposes for your content is to move them through the process. And so when I talk about the process and when I talk about there's different people in your audience, so of course, you know, you guys have heard about a cold audience. So these are those people that are just like, okay, ma'am, who are you? I don't know who you are, ma'am, type of thing. So once again, that could be because you are doing a podcast interview. And so they are literally like, who are you? You know, I'm just listening because I love the host of this podcast type of thing. And so now you're on here and you're having that conversation with them. Or once again, it could be that you did do a podcast and the host was like, well, hey, what's your social media, you know, or how can people connect with you? And so now they go from being on that person's platform, on that other person's platform, and now they're kind of following you over onto your platform. Or you might have a freebie that you're offering or whatever, and now you're bringing people over to your side, to your, what I call your side. So you're bringing them, so you're like tapping into someone else's audience with the goal of bringing them over to your side so that you can kind of get them acclimated to the way that you do things. And so once again, so in your audience, you'll have those people that are cold. And so once again, they're like, ma'am, who are you? I don't know you, ma'am, type of thing. And then you'll have people that are your warm audience. So those are people like, okay, they may have saw a live that you did, or like I said, they may have listened to something that you did, an interview or something. They're like, okay, I'm listening. You said something kind of interesting. It caught my attention. It was like, hey, my ears are perked up type of thing. What you got for me type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're like, okay, you said something or you did something that perked them up enough for them to say, okay, I'm listening. Okay, you said a thing or two that I might agree with. So once again, now I'm listening. And then, of course, that other person that's a part of your audience, those are what we call the hot audience. And those are the people like, boom, okay, Lanita, I'm ready. We need to have this conversation. What's going on? They want to know more about you. So, what more about you and what you have to offer type of thing. So you want to keep in mind, once again, that with your content, there are people, once again, literally in these different places. So the cold audience, the warm audience, and the hot audience. And so with your content, you want to ensure that you have content that moves people through that process from being a cold person to being a hot person. And that hot person is like, hey, okay, we need to talk because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of these kids not listening. I'm sick and tired of this man over here that's getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're ready to talk because they're ready for something different. So you really and truly want to look at the content that you're putting out. That's why I say to you guys all the time that when someone says, hey, just go live for 30 days, or hey, just post for 30 days, or hey, just email your list for 30 days, that's not a strategy. That is not a strategy. Like, if all you're doing it is because that person said to do it, but they don't talk to you about the reason why you're doing what you're doing, then it doesn't make sense to do it. That's why you'll hear me talk about all the time, and I'll say all the time, I'm not a fan of content calendars, like purchasing content calendars or getting content calendars from people, because once again, they usually, like, they'll have prompts and stuff. So yeah, that's good if you want to have a social media presence. But my thing is, I don't just want to have a social media presence. I want to use my social media or my email list or messenger or whenever I speak. I want to be intentional about what it is that I'm doing. I just don't want to have a presence. So you guys, this is what I mean when I say that there's strategy behind your content. So you want to look at the content that you're putting out and ask yourself, hey, is this actually strategic? Do I actually know and understand why I'm putting this particular post out, or why I'm going live, or why I'm emailing my list? Or you see what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that you have a strategy. Do you have a strategy to move people through that process with you, that buying process? Once again, moving them from a cold audience to a warm audience to a hot audience. So moving from that cold lead to that hot lead. Do you have a strategy? Do you know and understand that strategy? And so, like I said, when you have that strategy, you save time, because once again, you will be able to, because this is one of the things that with people, they're like, babe, I don't have time. I don't have time to post all over social media. First of all, if you're saying posting all over social media, you don't have a strategy. That's the first thing, because I'm not posting all over social media. So if you're saying that you don't have time, you don't have a strategy. And once again, if you're using the phrase posting all over social media, you do not have a strategy. You should be very intentional. And so I tell people all the time, for you to post on social media, like, it shouldn't be this long, drawn out process. And I know that there are people that are saying, yeah, you should post 2 to 3 times a day. That's if you want to have a presence. Once again, technically, you don't even have to post on social media every single day if you have an intention, if you have a strategy behind the content that you're putting out there. You see what I'm saying? So you just don't want to post just to post. Yeah, I don't have time to post just to post. I don't have time to post all over social media. If that's your thought process, or if you're saying that you don't have time, like I said, I'm going to push back on you and say it's because you don't have a strategy. So like I said, you want to be strategic, especially if you know that your time is precious. If you know that you have limited time when it comes to being able to dedicate to that part of your business, then you want to make sure that you are being strategic. And so, like I said, you want to look at, so like I said, if you put out a post on social media, or like, I'm just going to say a post, but once again, it applies to anything, email list, blog, all that stuff. I'm just using the general term of post. Once again, you want to ask yourself, who am I talking to with that post? Am I talking to my cold audience? Am I talking to my warm audience? Am I talking to my hot audience? What is it that I want them to do? What is it that I'm trying to get them to do with this post? What is the purpose of this post? Does that make sense? So once again, the next time that you post, before you post it, ask yourself, what's the purpose of this? Because I always tell people, if your goal is, because I always say, if I have people, and I know that there are people in different phases in my audience, hot, warm, cold, then I know that when I put out a particular post, I'm talking to the people that may be cold to me. So once again, they may have just landed on my page. Sometimes you guys, literally, people will say, I don't know how your video popped up on my timeline. Or someone may have shared my video or shared my content. So now the person who shared it, now I'm popping up in front of their people. So that's what I mean when I'm saying this. So you have to realize, because sometimes people are like, well, Bev, it's only my friends or it's only my family that are on the page. That's not, or that's viewing my content. That's not true. That's not true. You guys, if you're on the internet, you now literally have a global business. And so that's why you want to be very intentional, because you never know. I always tell my clients, you may say something profound in somebody's Facebook group. Like you may say something really profound in someone's Facebook group. You might drop the top 3 ways or the top 3 things you need to make sure that you have on your resume if you want to land that job interview. And so you may give the top 3 things that they need to have in their resume. So you know what's going to happen? That person is going to click on your name. And where are they going to land? They are going to land on your page. If you're on LinkedIn, for instance, and somebody in your network makes a comment on your post, now that comment is now showing on their network. And once again, there are people that don't know you, but they're now seeing that content. So they are cold to you. Or like I said, you may have done a speaking event or speaking something and you gave your freebie, and now that person kind of opted in. You see what I'm saying? So people, that's what I mean when I say people are in different phases. So like I said, that warm audience, so now they've opted in. So they were like, okay, I heard what you said over there on that platform over there. So, you caught my attention. Now, what are you going to do to keep my attention? So like I said, but some of you guys, you're not thinking in that way. You're just putting stuff out there. Like, okay, yeah, somebody told me to go live 30 days. I'm going to go live 30 days. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. Once again, all of that stuff, there should be a strategy behind what it is that you are doing. So that's what I mean when I say some of you guys are literally, you are wasting time and you're leaving money on the table when you don't have that strategy. So just like I said, looking at that, looking at the content that you're putting out. So like I said, I tell my people, what's the purpose? What's the point? Why are you putting that out there? Sometimes, once again, the purpose and the point, it could be just for strictly engagement. It might be a post that I put out there strictly for engagement. So once again, that's for my warm, my cold, and my hot audience. And that could be a way for them to get to know me. But it also builds up your engagement. And of course, on whatever platform you're on, it doesn't matter which one of the social media platforms you're on. Now it's going to push your content out in front of more people. So do you understand the strategy? So that's why I get onto my clients about just having quotes and scriptures. And I say all the time, y'all know I love God, Jesus, some Holy Spirit. I love some Bible. I love all that. But once again, just having motivational stuff, that's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Or some of you guys, all you do is just share other people's content, but we can't see your content. I'm like, well, what do you do? I don't understand. So one of my clients said to me today, she was like, Bev, I finally get it. My personal page is like a business page to me. Like she treats her personal page as her business page. And what she means by that, this is what she means by that. She realizes that that's like the front door. That's the gateway into her business. So that's what she means by that. And so you guys, like I said, you want to make sure that you have that strategy behind it. Good, Joy. I'm glad. And Joy, Joy, I'm telling you, you have the content, Joy, but you have to implement it. Because I remember on the conversation you and I had the other day, one thing that you did point out, which I think I did see it for you today, Joy, you mentioned that, I need some more posts that kind of educate my people to what it is that I do. And so you want to make sure that you're actually doing it, because a lot of us, especially my clients, they know to do it. They're just not doing it, but they know to do it. But once again, there's a reason why you want to have that. So once again, those posts, that example that I just gave about the resume, Like that's a way for you to kind of educate your people. So once again, those people that are in your warm audience, they're like, well, dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know I need to have those 3 things on my resume to ensure that I land that job interview. So now, like I said, because they're listening, so give them something that they need because they're now listening. And so I share with my clients, those people that are in your hot audience, those people that are ready to move forward, they know what type of posts. There's 2 types of posts that you want to have, that you want to put out there. One of those is a testimonial. So you want to think about the fact, when is it? Because once again, when you put out a testimonial, there's a strategy behind putting out a testimonial. Well, babe, I don't want to feel like I'm bragging. Well, you keep with your reasons and why you can't do stuff. I don't have time for people that always has a reason why they can't do stuff. Okay, you sit over there and you keep doing what you're doing over there. It's not working, but keep doing it. But once again, there's a strategy behind testimonials. One, it shows your potential clients or your ideal clients the possibilities. So they're like, well, dang, if you can do it for that person, then you can do it for me. But there's a strategy even when you're putting out a testimonial. Like there's a strategic way that you can set up that testimonial post. Some of you guys, you have testimonials, you just don't share. Yeah, they're over on my website. Yes, that's cool that it's on your website, but why can't you bring it up to your social media? Well, Bev, it's over on my business page. Do you have any traction or interaction on your business page over there? Well, no. Well, who's seeing it? Who's seeing it? Take a screenshot of it and share it on your personal page or share it in your group or wherever you are. Hey, send it out to your email list. I just wanted to share some client love with you. This is one thing that my client said. Take them through that journey. So like I said, every type of post, there should be a reason, there should be a purpose, there should be a strategy behind what it is that you're doing. So you guys, I'm telling you, before you put out another post, before you go live again, once again, think about who you're talking to. You want to make sure that you're crystal clear on who you're talking to. Is it someone in my cold audience? Warm audience? Hot audience? Now, for a live, for instance, there's a mix of people that's on this live. Because like I said, your live may pop up in someone's news feed because of the traction that you may have on there or because someone may have shared it. And so now you're popping up in front of people who do not know you. So that's why you will always hear me say, whenever I start my lives, I say the same thing. I call them my church announcements. But it is a strategy. I'm being very strategic behind the way that I even start my lives. So, you will never hear me say, okay, you guys, I'm going to wait for people to come on. Okay, I'm going to wait for people to come on. No, but first of all, people who are watching the replay, what are they supposed to be doing? If they're watching the replay, they're looking around like, okay, you know what? Never mind, forget it. Those people that are actually on, they're like, okay, but I'm already on. So what about me? I'm already here. But my church announcements, that I call them, that intro that I do, part of what I say, those of you that are new to me, I always say who I am, who I serve, the results I help people get, because I never know who's watching this live or who's watching the replay. So you want to always be mindful of who could be consuming your content, that type of thing. Another thing, I was just talking to a client of mine, and she was asking me, about how I structure my live. So I gave her my strategy of how I structure my live and why I do the things that I do in my live. Because once again, I never know who's watching the live. So the same thing, you never know who's watching the live. You never know who's reading your content, especially because I always tell my clients, your content that you're putting out for your ideal clients, it should always be public. It should be public content. Because once again, if you say something profound, people click on your name and they come over to your page. And so even if they're not friends with you or even if they're not connected with you, they can still see that content. So some of you guys, you have this, and sometimes it just makes me chuckle. It makes me chuckle because I'm just like, yeah, you think you're just talking to your cousin and your mama. That's not who you're talking to. They're literally strangers that are watching and listening, but you're turning them away or you're turning them off because you're not addressing them or you're not realizing that they're in the audience. You should know who's in your audience. You should know who's in your audience. Does that make sense? So you guys, once again, like I said, before you put near another, you got me talking country, near another post, email to your list, live stream, whatever it is, take into consideration who is in your audience. and make sure that you're talking to that person. Okay, you guys, I got to go because they get ready to drop something off at the house. I got to go. So you guys, I'm telling you, make sure that you know who's in your audience. Some of you guys, as I noted, like I said, with your yes, and I'm once again with Diane. Let me show this right here. Especially on LinkedIn, it's really powerful on LinkedIn because someone can just like or comment or connect or comment on your post on LinkedIn, and it shows up in their network. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, hey, you need to be really careful and think about the content and who you're talking to. So when you go live, like now, are you going live from your business page? Okay, so Kelly's asking me right now, where am I going live from? So I'm using StreamYard. So what the reason why I shifted from doing my lives from Zoom, because Zoom will allow for you to go live. The reason why I shift from using Zoom to using StreamYard. With Zoom, when you go live, you have to individually go live. So what I mean by that, so when it asks me, do I want to go live on Facebook? So I'll say, yes, I'll go live on Facebook. And then it'll ask me where I want to go live from. So then I'll click on it and I'll go live from my personal page. And then I just end up sharing it out into my group and sharing it out onto my business page. With StreamYard, before you go live, you get 3 places that it will automatically go live for you. So every time before I go live, I select 3 places. So I go live from my personal page. It's live right now in my group, and it's live on YouTube. So then what I do when I'm doing my church announcements, I open up another, well, I already have the tabs already open. I have a tab that's open on my personal page. So while I'm talking to you guys, I'm assuming you can tell that I'm actually doing stuff while I'm talking to you guys. But what I do is I go to my personal page and I share it onto my business page. So while I'm doing those church announcements and I'm saying, you guys, I want to make sure that it's shared out every place that I want it to go, I just click the button down there on my personal page where it says share. It asks me where I want to share. I click on page. I just copy and paste the title, and then I share it onto my business page. Yes, StreamYard does have a monthly fee. Don't quote me on what the fee is. I can't remember what the fee. They have a free version, but I think the free version, I can't remember if it allows. You know what? Don't let me say that. I'm not even going to say Ashley. I don't know. Yes, I do know they have a monthly cost. I don't know what it is. I thought they had a free version. But now that I'm saying that, I may not be telling the truth. I can't remember. So yeah, that's why I prefer StreamYard over Zoom now when I go live. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that's the reason why I switched over to StreamYard. The only people who actually know that I'm going live via StreamYard are those of you that are in the Facebook group. Because in the Facebook group, it has a little blurb at the top. So some of you guys, if you notice some of the people, like you see this person here, it doesn't show, it just says Facebook user. This person is in my Facebook group. And so there's a disclaimer at the top of the title of the live. And the disclaimer says, I'm going live using StreamYard. Please, before leaving a comment, click on, you have to grant StreamYard permission to see your name. So if you're in a Facebook group, then they're going to have that disclaimer there. But it doesn't have that disclaimer on my personal page or, anywhere else except for your Facebook group. So that's why when you see people and it just has their little face there, like this one right here, it says Facebook user, but I can actually go into, I have a tab open for my group is open. And so I can actually go in and see who that person is. I can see their comment over in my Facebook group. It's just when it's here like this, you only see Facebook user until they grant StreamYard permission to show their name. And this is another thing too, like Zoom doesn't do this. Zoom doesn't allow for you to pop up people's comments as you go. But this is another engagement type of thing. This is another engagement type of feature. So this is another reason why I like StreamYard. So those of you, if you remember BeLive TV, they had this feature and StreamYard kind of came in and kind of rammed them off the charts. So people still use BeLive, but a lot of people now use StreamYard too. So yeah, I really like StreamYard. I really do like StreamYard. There we go. There you go. So Ashley, there we go. I knew somebody was going to have my back. Deborah. So Deborah said, yeah, StreamYard is $25 a month. Cool. There we go. Yep, they have a free version too. Yeah, and it has their logo. And also, I think you're limited to the number of places you can go live at one time. Like I said, you can share it out manually if you want to, but it only, yeah. Now let me see y'all. The stream y'all have an affiliate. Y'all don't be getting this. Let me see a stream y'all gonna have an affiliate link. Now y'all, if stream y'all have an affiliate, y'all better go click on my affiliate link. Y'all look. Y'all come get my affiliate link. Let me see a stream y'all has an affiliate link. You guys, let me see that. Yes. So you guys, like I said, yeah, that's the reason why I like StreamYard for that reason. It just makes it so much easier. Okay, so you guys, yes. So you guys, once again, make sure you are strategic with the content that you are putting out there. Once again, thinking about who your audience is. Those of you that are in the accelerator, will do a deep dive into this tomorrow, of how the type of content that you can create for those different people that are in your audience. Okay. And so you guys, for instance, you see this post is up here now. All you guys see is Facebook user. Thanks for this information. I thought it was an annual fee. And so, but when I go over into my Facebook group, I can see that Latoya Nicole, she actually posted that comment. So you see what I'm saying? So right now, you guys just see Facebook user. But when I go over to Facebook into my group, I can see that Latoya Nicole actually is the one that's the person behind this comment right here. So cool. So you guys, like I said, yes. I'm trying to get those affiliate coins. So I will definitely look here. If y'all use StreamYard and y'all don't come back and help me get my coins, I'm gonna go check if they have an affiliate. Usually they do. And you guys, that's another thing too. Those of you, when you are using programs and stuff like that, software, all this stuff, check and see if they have an affiliate and share your affiliate link with people. I'm like, look, if y'all gonna use it, hey, that type of thing. Let me know. So you guys, of course, before I hop off here, if you guys are not a part, you've been seeing me promote my free 5-day challenge. So this 5-day challenge is sign your next $2,000 plus coaching client 5-day challenge. So if you have not seen any of my posts about this, then I invite you to join us. So once again, it's sign your next $2,000 plus coaching client in 5 days. It is a free challenge. This challenge runs from October the 26th through the 30th. And one part of this challenge is talking about content, what I was just talking about in this live. So being very strategic about the content that you're putting out there and why you're putting out certain content. And so if you have not joined us in the challenge, we have over 100, I think we're at like 105 or something like that, 105 Christian female coaches who have signed up for this free 5-day challenge. Once again, it runs the week of October the 26th through the 30th. So if you're looking to sign your next $2,000 plus, so it could be a $2,000 client, $5,000, $10,000, whatever offer you have, and you want to do that in 5 days, then I invite you to join us in this 5-day challenge. So you can see the website up on the screen, www.beverly5daychallenge.com. Once again, www.beverly5daychallenge.com. It runs the week of October the 26th through the 30th. This right here, like this is my second time running this particular challenge in this format. I've done this content before, but I love this format. It was such a powerful 5 days when we read it back in July. And so I just put it up on the in the chat if you want a clickable link. Like I said, so once you get to the page, it will outline everything for you. It will show you exactly what we're going to cover each day. So day 1, we're going to talk about how to position yourself so that you attract your ideal client. Day 2, we're going to talk about how to package your offer. Day 3, we're going to talk about how to price your offer. And day 4 and 5 is all about selling. Day 4 and day 5 is all about selling. What I love about this challenge is that it is interactive. So this is not Bev reading from a PowerPoint that I would put myself to sleep. It is not me reading from a PowerPoint. So the email will go out in the morning, very early in the morning. It will have your lesson and the activity. And then we will meet in the evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will go over the quick lesson. So we'll review what was in that email, and then we break down into groups, and we actually do some work. Like we're not just getting on here and me giving you guys information, then you're going about your business. That's not how I work. That's not how I operate. So this right here, if you are interested, if you're looking for a powerful space with other believers in business that are laser focused on a particular goal to create more income and more impact in that 5-day period, then I'm extending the invitation for you to join us. So once you put in your name and email, then you'll be presented with some pages where you have an opportunity to be able to access some resources that are designed to help you generate revenue before the challenge actually starts. Because the challenge doesn't start until, not this upcoming week, but the following week. So if you want to generate revenue before the challenge actually starts, then you'll see some pages that will pop up that will allow for you to do that, access some content that will allow for you to do that. Some of you guys, you didn't even pay attention to the pages, and so you missed it. If that was you, the very first email that goes out gives you the opportunity to go back and pick up on those resources if you did not do so as you were signing up. So once again, that website, www.5daychallenge.com. Boom. Okay, cool. Diane says StreamYard does have a referral program, so I'm going to pop my little link in here. And so once again, www.beverly5daychallenge.com. I invite you guys to join us if you have not. There are people who were in there in July. They've signed back up again this time around because they know what that synergy and energy was like to be surrounded by all those other believers in business. Literally, people the first time around closed $3,000, $5,000, $2,000 sales in 5 days. They filled their programs. They had people that joined their challenges. They increased their social media following. They had connections with other believers in business, so they were able to collaborate. So it was absolutely powerful. So if you are not a part, once again, this is my invitation for you to join us. Go to www.beverly5daychallenge.com. Once you enter your name and email, then you will be presented with opportunities for you to actually access content that is designed to help you make revenue or generate revenue before the challenge starts on the 26th. If you guys have any questions for me specifically, please feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. So you guys, you keep seeing me looking up. I'm looking out my window. I'm having something delivered. So yeah, so I got to go. So you guys, once again, I pray you have an amazing rest of your day. Before I end this live, I challenge you to be very strategic about the content that you're putting out there, because I'm telling you, your content literally can lead to an additional $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a week coming in your coaching business if you are strategic about the content that you're putting out there. So that's one of the reasons why content is going to be a part of the challenge that we do in about a week and a half. So once again, if you have not joined us in the challenge, go ahead and do so. www.beverly5daychallenge.com. So you guys, I pray you have an amazing rest of your evening or day whenever you're catching this. If you are catching the replay, type in #replay, leave your questions and comments and all that amazing stuff, and I will get back with you. You guys, thank you so much for hopping on in here. You guys, take care, take care, take care.